intro for the live and then
No, well, we're gonna shoot a video. Really humbled. This gentleman over here. Hope you guys can hear me. I know it's a little loud here, but he came up to me and told me this tremendous story. And I'm still so touched by it. And I wanted to share it with everyone in hopes that we can help more people, because that's what this is all about. So actually, I'm just gonna hand it over, and if you could just share your story, what you told me earlier. I think a lot of people would really benefit from it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Stop real quick. Give me a clap.
Clap. All right, perfect. So yeah, like when I first got into business, I had published a book without really knowing what market I wanted to get into or who I wanted to help. And so that lack of clarity led me to spending $17,000 on Facebook ads.
Speak louder.
A little bit louder. $17,000 on Facebook ads without making hardly any money in return, like $800 in return. And so that was really depressing for me, just the thought of like, okay, is this really going to work? Having the blind faith of just spending money and not really having like a clear direction for my business. And so, and that alone, plus the piercing thoughts of my family saying like, you got to go to school, you got to get a degree, raise your hand if you guys have ever had like your family members tell you something like that while you're trying to launch this business. And, that alone put so much stress on my shoulders where it took me to the point where I was literally contemplating taking my own life. I was contemplating suicide. But that's when I took the leap of faith. I saw Akbar, I met him online on Facebook, and saw what he does and his and really his message of giving back to others, and that really resonated with me. And so I got several part-time jobs. I became an Uber driver for one day, and worked up the investment to join this man's course. And immediately upon joining, just the clarity that I immediately got, the sense of community and family that I was surrounded by in an area of life that I lacked it. That meant everything to me, because I don't know where I'd be if I didn't meet Akbar, and I wasn't surrounded by every single member inside of his course and inside of the family that he's brought together. People that want to get into business for, a much greater impact than simply making money online. And so what we do now is I'm donating 10% of all proceeds to Mental Health America, and helping those that are struggling with suicide get the help they need, so that they don't take their own life, so that they get the help that really essentially pulls them away from the ledge of making a decision that would ultimately, I guess kind of like they'd regret,
What I love about this story so much is that what helped, why we want to film this is because there's a lot of other people feeling like this, that are feeling helpless and ready to do something maybe terrible, like he was ready to do. And the main message, what I find so beautiful, is that what helped was giving, the concept of giving, that we installed and instilled this message of giving, and that that spark unraveled all the negativity in the brain, and it really helped. And not only, obviously, did he not take his life, but he is now actually helping. He went from one who needed help to now he's actually helping. He's giving other mental health facilities, helping them to help people who feel a little lost. So really, why we're filming this whole message is that if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like no one understands me, or I don't have clarity, or I'm not going to make it, there is hope for you. And what we found that has helped so many people is to understand what giving is about, and how giving works, and how giving has changed his life and so many lives. And if God forbid he did not discover that, he would not be able to spread that message now as he is to so many people. So I was just really so humbled and excited and honored to share this message of giving, and how it really heals the world. And it's not just some phrase. It's the word health comes from the word health, which means whole, and giving really makes people whole. So I really want to thank you so much for sharing that story, and I hope that we can inspire a few people to give some more. And try us out, give, try it. This is what we're trying to preach, is give.
It just gives you the sense of the sense of fulfillment that you can't get from any other thing. Like knowing that you're giving and not necessarily just money. Something that Akbar teaches inside of his mastermind is if you don't have money, give your time. Go to a soup kitchen, or like, I mean, just give your time. Or if you don't have a lot of time, just go to your family or go to your mother or your father and tell them you love them. Just a simple act of kindness, however it is, it really gives you that sense of fulfillment, and it brings you and the person that you're helping to a higher place.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Of course. Yeah, thank you for agreeing to do this, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. So, oh shit. I'm actually gonna let me just wrap
Then
up.
you gotta sign off on that.
Yeah, let me wrap up on this, guys. Basically, hey guys, basically, I don't know if you guys can hear that. But I'm just gonna my Facebook. Oh, here it is. Hey guys, I don't know if you heard that, but basically, I wanted to really share that story. This gentleman came out to ridiculous. Rocked my world, really. He just said, I mean, can you imagine someone coming up to you and say, man, and he was crying and he was shaking and he said that, I was going to kill myself before I met you. He was feeling lost and overwhelmed and just feel like he couldn't make it. But then we taught him giving, and we introduced him to this concept of giving. And this Facebook Live is not about, working with me or anything like that. That's so small. This Facebook Live is to discuss the power of giving. Giving saved Nicholas's life. That's coming from him. It's a blessing that, I'm very humbled and honored that we were able to give him that idea about giving. I can't tell you how it feels that, he told me, came to me, he said he was going to take his life. So, giving is the most powerful, best thing you can do for your health, for your wealth, for your entire life. I promise you, there's nothing better you could do. It's being proven to me every day. It's never been proven to me in such a strong way. I mean, through giving, we've made 7 figures, but who cares? This guy just told me that it saved his life. He was going to kill himself. And he came up to me and my sister crying. And I just hope that this message is reaching the right people at the right time. And yes, Fitzgerald, this has inspired me to share my story. So if you've ever gone through hardship and you found something that made your life better, share it for God's sakes. Because if I just shut up and I didn't share my story and I just did e-commerce or something, all due respect, and I didn't spread my message, maybe this guy wouldn't be alive today. You have no idea what your message could do to people. You have no idea the positive impact that I don't think, oh, well, I haven't done much. I haven't made a lot of money. Please, nobody cares. It's not about that. It's not about money. It's about just fulfillment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Share your story. Help people out. Keep giving. And I'm a little overwhelmed, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little later. And I love each and every one of you. Just know that we are entrepreneurs and we are here for each other, because a lot of people don't understand us. Our families don't. Sometimes people around us don't understand us. We are entrepreneurs. Surround yourselves. Let's surround ourselves with each other. I'm making a big plan to do that this year, to get all of us together. And there will be no boundaries and no limitations on who can enter to be with us. So we can, together as a family, learn how to make more so we can give more. All right? Thanks, guys.